Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to do this exciting announcement with Stefano. We've been really blessed to have ENCI join IPFD. They've come in. Um, it's exciting. ENCI's come into the IPFD board with Mr. Muto, and Stefano has been coming to meetings, and really a lot of energy and new ideas have come forth. And right away, they stepped forward in Helsinki and said that we want to be the co-host of the next IDHW. So not very many people would turn down the chance to do something in Italy. So we had to really think about it for like 30 seconds. And that's where we are today. So we just wanted to put together a couple slides for you and just to give you more information about the sixth International Dog Health Workshop. So basically, as everyone knows, the primary goal is to get people together, collaborate, much like we've done in the past 2 days, is bring the international leaders from the canine welfare communities together to help initiate change, move the conversation forward, bring new groups into the fold, like ENCI joining IPFW and people taking new leadership roles within IPFD. It's very important, and it makes a huge difference in all of our work that we do in terms of dog health. So just to give you a reminder, last year we were in Helsinki. Prior to that, pre-COVID, we were in Windsor in the UK. Prior to that, Paris, then Dortmund, and the initial one was in Stockholm. So we've made a huge amount of success and changes and um, changing information and bringing information to people that haven't had it before since the initial meeting in 2012. And I think that's really important. We've also been able to create key action. And I think one of the most vibrant ones that's easily identifiable is the ICEC dogs. That came out of a discussion at Windsor, received funding from Royal Canin, and was able to establish itself and has done a tremendous amount of work really delving into extreme conformation. And you heard from them yesterday about really wanting to collaborate with everyone, and that the more people that sit around the table, the more we can do. And that just to me re-emphasizes or emphasizes what IPFD stands for, and what we're all doing is trying to get information to everybody, working together, and to collaborate on what's best for dog health, no matter where we are or what role or what piece we play in that pie. So I wanted to happily turn this over to Stefano, and I'll let him carry on. Just tell me when you want me to change slides, Stefano.
Okay. Thanks very much, Mark. Hi, everybody. Just like a few information of who we are, of who we are as a Kennel Club. Probably many of you are already familiar with ENCI, but we've been, of course, in the slide, it's like IPFD is delighted that we as ENCI came in this organization, and we choose to host the next actually meeting. I'll tell you, I'll just steal you a few minutes, but I'll tell you how we choose. I mean, how was the process of like choosing the location of the country? We were in Helsinki, and I guess it was like a gala dinner or so. We were on a bus, and Mark say there was myself and a few other board members of the IPFD. It was Mark on the back, and was our president, Mr. Dino Muto. And Mark say, you know what, I got this idea. Why don't we host in Italy the next IDHW? And our president said, that's a great idea. Okay. And that's how it went. So no more like fancy stuff or so. It was just like straight to the point. And so it's just to tell you how much we are honored to host an IPFD Congress. And as Mark was saying, we've been partner of the IPFD only since 2023, but like we just jump in with a lot of enthusiasm. You know, we are Italians, so we are like passionate people, and so we just try to help these guys who are doing a tremendous effort in order to support dog health. Um, in this line, I just want to tell you a little bit more about who we are. We are probably one of the most ancient kennel club. The Italian Kennel Club was founded in 1882, and of course, a few years later, it finally became. You will start to be familiar with this term ENCI, which is of course the actual name of the Italian Kennel Club, which stands for Ente Nazionale della Cinofilia Italiana. Of course, as an Italian Kennel Club, we are full member of the FCI. And just to give you like a few numbers to have the idea on how much Italians loves dog. There are actually here is like 200,000 national stat book registration every year. To be honest with you, it was like the peak here, the peak 2 years of COVID, but more or less in the last 10 years, we have about on average, we have about 160, 150,000 registration of new puppies per year. So I guess they are still important numbers. And as our president already saying, the ENCI is made by breeders, so there are like more than 70,000 associate members. I'd like to, when we were starting to thinking about this presentation, the question that Mark was asking us was, can you tell us why, as a kennel club, you choose to join IPFD? And I'd like to use a quote from our president. I think it could be even in the audience right now, but he's saying, I'm just reading what he was saying. He said, the ENCI board of directors has strongly supported joining the IPFD because the exchange of information on genetic studies is considered a priority for the future of dog lovers in order to provide breeders with the necessary tools to protect the health of dog breeds and to promote biodiversity. So the thing that we understand, especially thanks to our president right now, is that we must enlarge our vision. We cannot like close the door and stay in our country, but we gotta have a confrontation, and we gotta communicate with the other kennel club in order to find the right tools and pathway to achieve what we care most, which is like dog health. And actually the IPFD is like the even if it's an organization, but let me use this word, is the right tool to achieve our common goals. Okay, that's why we do believe it's so important. Okay, Mark, we can switch on the next slide. And so, as you've already heard, we will be delighted to help our next Congress in Bologna. It will be next year. And one of the most important things is that we choose to keep our Congress close to the World Dog Show. So there will be a World Dog Show actually 2 days after the end of our Congress. And so it will be a great chance to meet many decision makers and leaders. So we can say for real that all the world of dogs, of dog lovers will be there. And so you will have a great opportunity to know better our country if you've never been there, but most of all, to learn something and to contribute to our common goals, actually. As you can see here, we choose a sort of hybrid format in order to keep you updated, because we are having a session in these 2 days, and the Congress will be next year. So in order to keep you in like the right practice, we will held virtual session several weeks before the Bologna, with like presentation and discussion to keep our topic hot. And then I just want to invite once again in an in-person meeting in Bologna, because virtual meetings are always good. But when we have a chance to meet in person, we've seen that in Helsinki, it was like a great success. I really hope we can make something similar, hopefully even better. But even if it's gonna be similar, we'll be super happy, because in Helsinki we've had like great time. So once again, I'd like to invite you on 30th of May and 1st of June in Bologna to our Congress. And here's another important thing, because as every important Congress, we come up with like a couple of proposed theme, and just like to be crystal clear, we want to give you to tell you the two options that we've chosen. So here is the proposed theme one. I don't know if you're familiar with that proverb, but in Italy we got that old proverb that tells you all roads lead to Rome. It was like a proverb that came up with the Roman Empire, and that Roman Empire was that big and that pivotal in the whole world, that they were saying no matter the road you are taking, you'll be headed to Rome, so to Italy. And so we choose to propose this first theme, which is all roads lead to dog health. Actually, if we it's of course it's a metaphor. All roads lead to Rome, and like the real reason of this metaphor is there is not only like one road or one pathway to get to the goal that we want. There are several. There is never only one pathway. And so there are like 7 roads, 7 pathways in order to get the same goal. That's what we want to promote with the IPFD. So that's one proposed theme. And this is probably, if I can say that, my first theme, which is the second one. As you can say, as Italian people, we are famous, I guess, all over the world for our food. There are plenty of in Italy, especially Bologna is super famous for tortellini. I hope you have the chance in your life to try. If not, please come to Bologna. And another thing that I love is lasagna. It's like lovely. It's pasta with ragu, and yeah, so lovely. And so a second thing that we were proposing is we care about tortellini, lasagna, and most of all, dog health, which is like a very strong sentence, believe me. And guess what? We were choosing, and we were like fighting in order to choose the right team. And I don't want to disappoint you, but in the end, the winner is all roads lead to dog health. And as the slide was saying, it was a close vote, but in the end, we're gonna go to the first team. I hope you like it, and once again, I hope you will find some time, and you will have the chance to come and visit us in Italy in order to meet in person and to participate to our beautiful Congress. Mark, I can give you the closure of our presentation if you want.
Thank you, Stefano. And thank you for, again, your enthusiasm, and to you and Mr. Muto and your board, thank you very much for your willingness to host this. I know that the board was ecstatic, and it makes us feel good to be welcomed in Italy. And I think everyone on this call and people that aren't here will be joining us probably for the discussion, but most likely for the tortellini and lasagna. But anyways, we will join you there, and we thank you very much. And we've had our first couple of meetings to discuss planning, so things are already underway. And as Stefano said, we hope to have a virtual aspect to the conference, so that we can start the conversations before everyone gets to Italy. so that when everyone gets their feet on the ground there, the conversation can start quickly and really move to discussing things further. So again, thank you, and we'll keep everyone updated with emails and information on DogWellNet about the next updates on the conference and hold dates and so on. So thank you. I'm going to hand it back to Aimee. Thank you again, Stefano.